Oh, what another amazing day with another amazing video. Look, man, let's smash that like button. Let's get this video to like 20,000 likes. Subscribe to my channel. 60% of the people that watch this channel aren't even subscribed. One day we'll reach that goal of a million subscribers. Y'all, we're getting closer, man. I appreciate y'all. But look, man, make sure y'all don't believe everything y'all see in this damn video. Make sure y'all going out here doing your own damn research. But look, nevertheless, this video, y'all been sending me some amazing clips like always. And I arranged them in a way where, you don't want to skip a thing because you will get lost in the sauce. This is an amazing video. Hey, man, hopefully y'all been having a good day. Just know if you're going through a tough time, we're going through this thing called life together. You're never in it by yourself. Like-minded people on this channel spreading positivity one step at a time, one brick at a time. We building. Let's get it.
It's time to wake up. I've been watching presidents since Nixon when I was a kid. It's flip-flopped back and forth from Republican to Democrat. Yet, inflation has consistently gone up, prices of food have consistently gone up, and if you don't believe that, well, when I was a teenager and I got my first car, gas was 69 cents a gallon, and now it's $5 a gallon. A gallon of milk used to cost 35 cents. When I was a kid, now a gallon of milk is about $4 or $4.50. You tell me, are we going to blame this on any particular individual, any particular presidency? Or are we going to come to terms and realize that no matter who gets in there, your cost of living, your inflation, the overall debt of the company, and I do mean company, not country, it's a company. The company called the United States is a corporation, is going to continue to go up, 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 up. And the only thing you can do is really figure out for yourself, how can you navigate this economic and financial matrix? How can you stop becoming a sheep? It's time to stand up and take the same energy that you put into this foolishness called the poly-trickster system and put that energy into your own life.
Did you see these predictions? They're going all over my FYP. So let me show you because some of them are crazy. Pay attention. Right here.
My predictions for 2024. Trump will be re-elected president. And he will hold office for the longest time compared to any other president. Inner Earth civilizations are going to be made known.
Ooh.
And it won't be disclosure. It's going to be because they impose themselves.
Oh my.
In March, Planet Nibiru will be visible to Earthlings.
That's going to be crazy.
Between February and March 2024, a planet 8 times larger than Earth is going to be visible to humans.
Wow.
Scientists are going to discover that there is a mirror Earth within our solar system.
What?
Opposite gravity. And the sky is not blue, but red and purple, as their oceans reflect the sky. And yes, it is a habitable planet.
Wow.
2024, CERN, or an agency similar to CERN, is to expose interdimensional travel.
Yep.
They've already done it. They've already succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
But they will come out and tell everyone.
We all know.
Texas and Florida are going to want to separate from the rest of the United States. They want
Hey, been wanting to do that shit.
to become independent. This year, dragons are going to be rediscovered, not discovered. They already existed. They already lived amongst men. It's just going to be explained. There's going to be evidence, but not of a dead species, of a living, thriving species with over 2,000 breeds of dragons. They breathe fire, they fly, and they communicate with man telepathically. Between now and Christmas, a famous singer that we all thought to be deceased will come out admitting to have faked his own death.
Ooh.
And this person is legendary. It is a male with
That can only be a couple people then, y'all. Y'all let me know in the comments down below.
black hair and white hair.
Wow.
If there are not to be any more timeline shift, these are the predictions from 2024 to all the way to the end of 2025.
Isn't that crazy? But I know that a lot of people that predict have said that yes, Trump is going to win. I'm more concerned about the dragons and who is coming back. Maybe Michael Jackson, maybe Tupac. I don't know. What do you think?
And then one of them come back. Then we got dragons. This is about to turn into Dragon Ball Z, y'all. I call it. Look, telling you.
Whatever's happening in and around Antarctica is really strange. Multiple articles have released recently talking about how China and Russia have been deepening their cooperation in Antarctica, which could lead to certain breaks and restrictions or them breaking the Antarctic Treaty altogether. Coincidentally, it's also being reported that the ice in Antarctica is not only melting, but that flowers and grass are growing there at a fast rate. These points have led to some speculation that there may be a deeper reason as to why other countries are all of a sudden becoming active in Antarctica, even to the point where they may be willing to break the Antarctic Treaty. Swiftly, for those who may not know, the Arctic Treaty is an agreement signed back in 1957 by every country in the world, which basically states that they will keep Antarctica as a protected land. This agreement has been firmly upheld for the last 65 years, but now that it's being threatened, people are coming up with theories as to why this is happening all of a sudden. The first theory states that as Antarctica's ice is melting, it's revealing ancient ruins or ancient technology that other countries want to get their hands on. The second theory comes from the idea that instead of Antarctica being an ice continent, it's actually an ice wall that encompasses all the lands that we live on, with more lands and continents beyond it. According to this theory, as the ice is melting, it's creating access points through this apparent ice wall, which other countries and continents want to explore for research and resource purposes.
Thanksgiving since Homer passed away.
More turkey, please.
Thank God we still have his hologram.
All right, everyone.
Oh,
Get
nice.
out your remembrance candles. Granny Lisa, why do we light a candle every Thanksgiving? In remembrance of the great blackout that almost destroyed our town when we actually had to write things down by hand. It started on a cold November day, back when you could actually see snow outside.
Look at this. Check this out though. One thing I just noticed. Hold on.
It started on a cold November day, back when you could actually see snow.
Now you see that? That's a whole face right there that's blowing. I don't know if that means something. Y'all let me know in the comments down below.
He sounds like me.
This election?
Oh,
Not who you're. I know you're not voting, but if you had to predict who the winner will be, who's gonna win?
China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran. That's who win this election.
Explain
China,
that.
Russia, North Korean, and Iran. That's who win this election.
Explain what you mean by that.
The American people don't win, no matter who win. If Kamala win, do you know how the world gonna treat us? Because most Muslim countries won't even talk to her. They won't address her as a leader. If Trump win, we don't win. Nobody wins this election, buddy. This is the start of America's fall. This is when Babylon began to fall. We're watching it. Our president told us that he was confident enough to be president, that he's okay, only for him to back out and give us Kamala, somebody we didn't pick. She was given to us. So we don't win, homie.
It's out, y'all. With everything happening in the skies right now, here's another one. A rare zombie star to rise from the dead soon. They're telling us about the solar flash that's getting ready to happen soon, and they're doing it in a covert way so we don't understand what they're talking about. But check this out.
Space experts have unveiled a chilling revelation. A zombie star is poised to rise from the dead. They say prepare for the cosmic horror as ancient stellar remnant returns.
The Zombie Star is a nickname for a nova explosion that we are expecting to go off real soon now. But what will happen when the nova explosion happens is that it's got enough material that it's gathering from this companion that it's gobbling material from, that an explosive thermonuclear runaway explosion will happen, and in that moment the star becomes undead. So it's zombie stars.
Y'all see this over here? This is Nibiru being ushered in. Now I want you to listen how they tell you about the red and blue Kachina, y'all. Check this out. This is crazy.
Earth Borealis has two stars that orbit each other. One is an Earth-sized white dwarf, which is a dead star no longer fusing any fuel at its core.
That's the blue.
It's a red giant. In an event called a nova, T Coronea Borealis is expected to explode, igniting the surface of one of its two stars. Now, the gravity of the white dwarf siphons material from the red giant. When the accumulated layers reach a critical level, it explodes in an event called a nova. The star will brighten and is visible from Earth with unaided eye.
So she just told us that we're going to be able to see the solar flash, and interestingly enough, you have Nibiru coming at us looking like an eye with the two suns. So this happened 80 years ago, and that was around the time around the Carrington event, y'all, the Carrington event, and this time it's going to be stronger.
Last time that happened was 80 years ago in 1946. The time before that was 1866. So those two nova explosions were 80 years apart. So if you were just to use that time, you would expect that this is going to happen in 2026. However, the system actually shows a bit of a warning signal that it's going to go off, which we call pre-transient dip. We see the light actually get dimmer, less bright. And we're seeing that now in this star.
So they're telling us that the solar flash can happen at any moment. And isn't me, but she looks nervous, doesn't she? Now here's the crazy thing, y'all. Did you see the time that I took this? 3, 6, and 9, right? Nikola Tesla, keys of the universe, right? And this is the answer of the universe, the solar flash that we've all been waiting for. And if you've been paying attention to the world lately, the world is in trouble. So people are nominating Goku for president. You see that? There's so many people talk about Goku for president. And we all know Goku's trump card is the solar flare. And Trump is the president. There's no coincidence as to why Goku is set to make this epic appearance in the 98th Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Bro, are you kidding me? Everything is connected. And don't forget, y'all, Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball Z, passed away this year. Check this out, 68, 98. A 6 and the 9 are basically the same thing. It's flipped. Are you kidding me? And not to mention, the new Dragon Ball Z Sparkling Zero video game just came out this year, y'all. You see this? October 11th of 2024. And there's so much more I can tie into this, but y'all, it is crazy. So are we really getting ready to see the solar flash happen really soon? I mean, we just entered solar maximum, y'all. I made a video about that. I told y'all. All this connecting the dots, I just need to go sit down and process this, y'all. But let me know what you guys think about this video. This is amazing. What an incredible time to be alive, y'all. I keep telling y'all the shift is here. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Please share this video, and let's continue to get this shift. Peace in.
Now, Goose, now that's how you do a breakdown. Do them like that all the time. That you killed that, man. Couldn't have said it even better, man. Like, look, you can't. Everybody ain't gonna believe it, but it's cool. It's cool. If you can't see it, it's symbolism. If you ain't grow up watching this, it's deep, man. It's deeper than just a anime. It's telling you a lot of things that when you walk through daily life, it helps you out too as well. Along with Goku's, I'm just giving you something on the side, like something small, just like Goku's personality. He wanted to be the greatest, but he wasn't a hater. He didn't hate on you for being strong and him having to fight against you. He just wanted to be the best version of himself. And the best version of himself was stronger than everybody pretty much. And he just had fun. And he turned his enemies that thought he was an enemy to a friend. He made the worst people think of just a little bit differently because of his pureness and his kindness and his strengths. But they found out that his kindness wasn't a weakness. It was his strength. But look, let's keep building though.
Scientists discovered a yellow brick road at the bottom of the ocean. So during an expedition that was just north of Hawaii, some scientists made an amazing discovery. They found a whole yellow brick road. Sadly, this yellow brick road did not lead to Oz, despite that the researchers who discovered this road did end up following it, and sadly it did not end up leading to anything in particular. But who knows, if we keep finding discoveries like this, could end up discovering Atlantis.
Bud, them breadcrumbs is crazy. We're gonna keep going, y'all.
Average human being has no idea about the world that we live in. Football stadiums are energy harnessing centers. That's why they have opposing colors facing each other to generate energy. We live on a motherboard. We live in an electromagnetic world. We are electromagnetic beings.
Saying that NASA figured out they're kind of these hard resets.
Exactly.
Maybe we're headed towards one right now.
And in order
to hiding it.
And in order to cover it up, they blocked all knowledge of the binary star companion so that that whole cycle would not be understood.
That's insane.
If governments knew about a giant asteroid coming towards the Earth or a comet, would they tell everybody? Widespread panic, complete society collapsing.
You're of the opinion that this dead star is headed towards the sun now.
Yes.
Based on your
cycles of what we see in ice cores throughout Antarctica and Greenland of a consistency.
How much time we have left based on that?
We're right in it right now.
So like,
very interesting how consciousness seems to rise at the same time that the sun starts to emit energy. And this gets into lost civilizations, what they knew. I actually believe that part of the function of the Great Pyramid of Giza and other structures was of balancing the energy of the Earth. They had understood that these cycles exist.
You're saying that
tomorrow, every shift, we just had another jolt of energy. Could be a preview for the 1111 portal tomorrow. Every shift brings us closer to the jump. There are theories that it's actually possibly human consciousness that affects the graph, and not the other way around. I think it might be a little bit of both. Whichever one it is, we're shifting. Take care of yourself right now, mind and body. Stay hydrated. Add a little bit of salt to your water. Put your bare feet in the grass, because we've had quite a week. And I think that this energy is going to continue to push us in the right direction, so long as you stay heart-centered, balanced, and grounded. It's all up from here.
Look at this. Today on the 1111 portal, the Schumann resonance, which is the frequency of the Earth, has been pumping off the charts. Activity like this has been happening all day and all night, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that are feeling these high vibrations, that good energy today. I've been seeing the most wild synchronicities all day long. This is just more proof that these high vibrational portal days are beautiful days to manifest and to go within and do that inner work. Today is all about setting your intentions. Get very clear on what you desire and who you want to be. Visualize it, affirm it, write it down in the present tense, meditate on it, and really put out what you would like to get back from the universe. It's no secret that everybody already knows that manifestation is very real. Anyone that puts it into practice knows this. There are many people like Joe Dispenza that even proved it through quantum physics and science. Literally just common sense now. Make sure you're spending a lot of time today manifesting what you want to see in yourself and what you want to see in the world. Peace and love.
是个正口，好漂亮，好大，真的，哇，它太亮了，好漂亮，正口，哇，是个正口，好漂亮，好大，真的。
The other day I made a video about it being too quiet. And last night, I really do think my eyes have been opened to why. See, a lot of people on here thought it was about political parties. I think it's more spiritual than that. Last night, while playing hide and seek with my children, my oldest son lets out the worst scream I've ever heard him scream in my life. When I turned the lights on, the fear in his eyes, and the pounding in his chest, and the tears on his cheek let me know that it's nothing to do with the political party. Even though most everybody said it was the calm before the storm, I believe that. And I don't think it's the storm that man's gonna cause, but the storm that God's gonna cause. My son truly believes he saw something last night that he'd never seen before. He said it was so horrifying that he couldn't even bear to speak about it. So as I continue to say it's too quiet, and do believe that it is the calm before the storm. We're gonna start seeing things that we've never seen before. The veil has been lifted.
You know as the Anunnaki.
If you know, you
have been
know.
known by many different names. Eons ago, before the rise of your people, we roamed the heavens. But unfortunately, some of our kind were more interested in ruling than in exploring. Your people have entered a nuclear age. It was not enough that you have ended your world war with it. You and your counterparts continued your tests, endangering all of humanity. Soon, you'll be entering into our realm. Your search for better, faster ways to annihilate one another will ultimately lead you into space exploration.
Mr. Ambassador, I can assure you we have no intention.
Of course not. Your intentions were to preserve your people, better humanity, provide for national security, and in the process, destroy your enemy and possibly your world as well. Your people have become too dangerous. Therefore, I must inform you that we are discontinuing our direct involvement with you. We realized that you had become sentient. You were no longer animals to be used. You had, in a sense, become our children.
I might have to put the frog face over that one, but man, come on, y'all. We building, like, pay attention.
Hey, what's cracking, yo? We back with the dome and outer space projection. First generation till the seventh. Today, new humanity. Summary of the resets. Reset of the first humanity of Hyperborea Asgard. Event. Colonization by the custodians. Destruction of the advanced civilization. Cycle time. 1458 years. Reset of the first generation. Event. Increase of forbidden knowledge. Beginning of external contacts. Duration of the cycle. 1453 years. Second generation reset. Event. Contact with extraterrestrials. Increase of critical thinking. Duration of the cycle, 1558 years. Reset of the third generation. Event. Rediscovery of the true nature of the dome. Rebellions. Duration of the cycle, 1475 years. Reset of the fourth generation. Event. War. External intervention of archons. Giant beings. Duration of the cycle, 1681 years. Reset of the fifth generation. Event. Internal conflicts. External alliances. Increase of spiritual knowledge. Duration of the cycle, 1633 years. Sixth generation reset. The Great Tartar, 1728 AD. Event. Great War against the Custodians and Anunnaki. Intervention of the Anakim giants. Creation of an advanced empire. Cycle time, 6,470 years. Due to the conflict between custodians and Anunnaki, the human colony was relegated from custodial control, passing into the hands of the Orion Greys temporarily. For that reason, many years of advancement were reached. Seventh generation, new humanity today, beginning 1728 AD, current status 2024 AD. Duration of the cycle today, 296 years. We can then infer that the average duration of overall human development was 1,500 years, but varied due to disruptive events forcing the custodians to perform early resets, except for the exception during the sixth generation. Each cycle has ended with a violent reset with the introduction of new control measures.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
warmongering style or the greedy aspect. Everything you saw humanity is doing, these are the vices or of our greed, our anger, the thirst for war, the warmongering style or the greedy aspect. Everything you saw humanity is doing, these are the vices or traits of our makers, people that come from these borders. So these borders was nothing but conflicts and wars. So now they agreed to come up with a solution, and that solution was to create body, to create life form, and to make sure the same spirit or the same essence of the disagreeable ones, those that usually go into war, those that keep recycled, the reincarnation cycles, those the same warmongers that keep coming back in different bodies. We realize our advanced version or our ancestors, they understand, because these are advanced spiritual beings. They know how certain things work. So they realize the only reason to find true peace is to make sure that they trap every single hateful or disagreeable soul in one center areas, to make sure they quarantine and keep them away from the land. So that was a form of cleanse. They purify their land to make sure that peace and order is justified where they live. So from there, many other ones of them, many groups, many tribes, if you want to call them, just the same, ideology we use as far as call each other nations. Many nations outside of these borders agree to all of them decide to seeded life form within one center area. And that one center area is what we call today Earth. Okay, so all of them in the outside world agree that they're going to come with their own species to create that species, to make sure that they bring down that essence of every single disagreeable souls from their world, to trap it inside of a body. So now all of them will come here. This is the part of the Bible that everybody said within the Bible. They said that gods with an S said, let's create men in our image. Remember, the let's mean different groups of them. It's not one person. These are the different groups from these different borders that got up in here to create life forms. So once again, these
I noticed the correlation between that and Avatar, how the invaders, after they were destroyed, they came back in, the Avatar bodies, trapping them, constant reincarnation, seclusion into a particular area that we can't get out of. The reason why they won't show you outer space and actually show you real evidence of real planets. People think that the videos and stuff that they show you, those are planets and stuff. If we were that advanced and we were going to all these different civilizations, we'd have way better results when it comes to realistic pictures and video evidence. And bro, they tell us a lot, man, and a lot of people fall for it. I get it, but we're so advanced, but we can't even go back to the moon, but we going to Mars. All right, we're gonna keep going though. Some people still believe it. It's crazy.
I don't like that.
Me neither.
I just like.
Oh my God! Aliens confirmed. Breaking news. This has just happened. There is more to the story from the last video. Today, there's been announcements that there's more hearings, as in there's actual witnesses who've seen them, and they're going to Congress. How early? Tomorrow. And you can watch it. They're doing a whole live stream for free. Okay? It is people high up in the military, people with actual videos and proof and clearances. Okay? High classified clearance saying, here you go, Congress. We've been telling y'all it's real. I'm talking videos and photos from cameras and sensors and recordings. And I'm talking National Archive has even put some of them out. Have fun down that rabbit hole today. So you can watch those photos and videos for free. Just go to the National Archive. Not sponsored to say this. Also, here's the crazier part. Did I mention that they're live streaming it for free? For everyone? What is going on?
Do you still think these giant craters are caused by asteroids? Oh, that's sweet. Well, if you don't want that fantasy ruined for you, I wouldn't keep watching. Let's start by looking how many of these craters have been found. And the Google machine says 190, but I've seen up to 195. which is awfully close to the number 200. 200 that just happens to be the exact same number of the fallen angels or watchers that were banished down to Earth for committing sins with human women. And then what if I also told you there's a pyramid in the middle of a crazy city where at the very top of it was a chamber where they had 200 perfectly aligned, beautiful seats. 200 exactly. And then I told you that the town name that that pyramid's in just happens to be an anagram of the word Satan. Also has a light in it that looks very, very familiar. So familiar that I knew I had seen it somewhere before. You know what that is? That's the Olympic torch. And if you've seen my Chicago or New York videos, you know who that really is, holding that torch. The head of the fallen angels, Lucifer, the light bearer. The light bearer not only puts his light in plain sight, but puts his home at the head of a phoenix. And we just know how Hollywood loves to tell us the truth right in their movies.
Have you guys heard about Omar Odavi? This is him on this chair. Scientists are trying to study his blood type and the metal content in his blood, because for whatever reason he attracts sea life. They don't know if it's mercury, because he does have a high mercury count in his blood, but whenever he gets close to the ocean, animals are automatically attracted to him. They don't know if it's the magnetic field, they don't know what it is, but you can see here they were trying to do a control group study where there's another guy that went on the beach in this chair and nothing came, and he sits and all these sharks come, and you can see that there's some stingrays in there. It's quite incredible. I wish that, part of me wishes that I had this ability, but it does come with its downside. He has really poor circulation to his hands and his feet, so he constantly has to have them warmed and have heat pads on them. And Everest is out of the question because they would freeze off right away. But quite cool. So this might look like a fun clip with this beautiful young lady going down in the water with all these fish, look quite majestic. But what you don't realize is that she is in grave danger. I'm an Eagle Scout. My cousin works at PetSmart in the fish section. And I'm a biologist, marine biologist, if you might say. And so I'm getting to the point here, so stay with me. But the reason why she's in grave danger is these fish that are swimming around her are they're cousins to the freshwater piranha. They're saltwater piranhas. They're called taikun fish. And she got so lucky because if just one of them would have taken a bite out of her, or if she had a scab that peeled off or anything and they sensed it and they took a bite, they would have swarmed her like a pack of bees and eaten all of her flesh off until she was just bone. And so she doesn't realize this, and that's why you need to be careful when you're out in nature and be more responsible.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'll be playing with y'all out here in that water. It's a lot more going on with that water than what you know, too, as well. Not just, the dangers of getting eaten alive by goddamn millions of fish, but there's other things, man, that we talk about on this channel that y'all should be aware of. Let me know in the comments down below if you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know.
It's tutorial time. So today, it's time to do a YouTube tutorial. A perfect tutorial to do today. What's it gonna be? Today's tutorial, how to... Whoa! Okay, this tutorial... this is the tutorial. Now, this is a can. This is my YouTube. This is my YouTube account. Alan Tutorial. And Alan Tutorial shows people how to weatherize a hole. So first step in the tutorial is take a weatherized can, and this is a hole. I forgot. First thing you need is a kind of cloth.
Alan Rest.
Now, this is I want y'all to watch that so y'all can get an opportunity to see. You know, when you do more research and you find things like this, you know, we all human. But obviously, he was portraying himself not to be human in the video. But this is, you know, Alan tutorial. You know, and it's crazy. A lot of people were sending me this clip, you know, this video of him. Well, they didn't know it was him, but it's easy to get food out here, man. And just seeing a clip, because if you don't see this attached to his channel and nobody tags it, you won't know. You'll think like, oh, this might be real, or it's a possibility of being real. But nah, man, you know, I say like 80% of the stuff that you see on here that's like real forward with the information, a lot of that stuff be like very questionable. But yeah, just letting y'all know.
Nick, better known online as Alan Tutorial, is an American creator who will upload his content to YouTube, where he plays a nerdy sounding man who is obsessed with giving tutorials.
Snip the bag, and then to get it out, you put your finger in the snip, and you stretch the snip.
In the first few videos, he teaches the viewers simple tutorials, but soon things get weird, as in one of his videos, we can see Alan all bloody being held captive in what appears to be a moving truck.
You know what I'm saying?
I know I ain't crazy, right? But what is this? So this the microwave. This is the thing that holds my knives and forks and all that. That's a reflection of the light up here in the kitchen.
I'm sorry y'all laughing because, hey, I see it already. You feel me? You ain't got to convince me, bro. I feel you, bro. I feel you. Let me know if something like this ever happened to you in your life, man, in your house. That's just creepy.
For some reason, man, I just looked at that like, what the hell is this? Like, there's a mouth, mouth, eyes. See, look, right there. That's creepy, bro. What is that? Like, what is that? Man, my eyes, man, I don't know what's going on, bro. I ain't scared of it. Just got chills. Like, what is that? Bro, what is this?
Pork! There's people screaming there every night! I've heard it for myself! The city's trying to cover it up, trying to get everybody out of here because they know there's people in those fucking bins!
Pay attention.
You know, recombinant DNA to start augmenting stuff. There's other variables that are unpredictable, you know, whereas if you just use a different spirit, you can predict what it's going to be. You know, that's like when a skinwalker kills, that's what you have to go through, man. I'm 9 years old and I had to sting and kill somebody with my hands, a friend, a person that I love, because my family was not somebody I loved. And so part of the in order to be inhabited by these spirits that will shapeshift you and allow you to become a different creature, you're going to kill somebody that you love, and you're going to kill them with your bare hands. And you're going to breathe into life as they die.
Mm.
And it's when you do that this stuff comes on you, and that's the stuff that makes you convinced you can never be redeemed.
I believe it. So if you, all right, there's so much to unpack. I'm trying to.
He just casually said that shit. That's wild.
No, please let me go!
Don't know how to deal with them. Okay? Because our ancestors left behind how to trap them. We've been supposed to know how to trap these entities. We've been supposed to know how to harness them. And like, okay, because our ancestors left behind how to trap them. We've been supposed to know how to trap these entities. We've been supposed to know how to harness them. And like I said before, not every demon is bad. Some of them want to evolve with us. Some of them want to learn from us. So, like I said, our job was to seal them. Our job was to cast them. Our job was to make sure that we incarnated them to a body that see fit. But today's time, our leaders, our so-called leaders, our so-called spiritual people, instead of, send these entities where they belong, they are using them. Matter of fact, they actually worship these entities as their God now. And that's why the world is so corrupt. So, I'm just saying, once you see messages out now. And that's why the world is so corrupt. So I'm just saying, once you see messages like this butterfly showing you this spaceship that have this holographic in a nuke blast, it just only like this butterfly showing you this spaceship that have this holographic in a nuke blast. It just only show us that, look, if we don't get our shit together, then the ancestors are gonna have to do it for us. And guess what? They don't care. All
Who is that? Who are you? You guys can see this, right? Who are you? I did an egg cleanse right now, and like I said, I don't feel good. So when I did the egg cleanse, I said, show me what's hurting me. I don't know what this is.
This is a very simplified video of how to interpret your egg cleanse. If the yolk stays whole and sinks to the bottom, this is a good sign. Your energy is clear. Cloudiness is also a good sign. This is negativity that needed to be addressed and it has been lifted off of you. Bubbles signify evil eye. If there's only one bubble, then there's a specific person looking into your life enviously. If there are many bubbles, there is most likely a group of people waiting on your downfall. Needles coming up from the egg represent blockages that may come up for you in your near future. Having blood or redness in the egg can indicate health issues or possible miscarriages. So make sure you get yourself checked either now or in the near future. Cobwebs or threads is envy surrounding you, your endeavors, or your relationships. If the yolk stays in the middle or rises to the top, something is not okay. Somebody might be trying to harm you. Having a broken yolk represents heavy blockages in closed roads. Redo the egg cleanse again until you get a clean reading.
Yeah, they were black.
Now, one question I have about the egg cleanse though as well, you know, let me know in the comments down below if you've ever did an egg cleanse. They say that if somebody puts like a hex on you or spell, whatever, is trying to do harm to you, that person can show up in that egg like that, just showed the silhouette. It kind of looked like a damn demon, right? Like a face, right? Now, my thing is, all right, the next step, the next one is the egg with the blood in it, right? My question about that is, I seen somebody on TikTok and they did the cleanse, and this person has the HIV, you know, they got that HIV, and it's documented that they got the HIV, right? My mom called it the ninja because it'd kick your ass. So, but all right, so they got the ninja, right? I didn't see her egg with any red on it, because she did one. I don't want to bring attention to it and just blast her off and stuff like that. You know, I'm just asking, why didn't her egg have red in it? It's always gonna have red in it, right? Unless she got that Magic Johnson. You feel me? But look, let's get back into this video. I'm just asking, do y'all believe in it? I don't know if I do, because I've seen it. Y'all let me know if it works. I'm not saying it don't.
The Anunnaki were black, but they weren't us. They had ceased being us a long, long time ago. And for those that know, they know. Anyhow, they came in and they caught us off guard. They came in the lower Kemet. And while the defenses were down, they took over. You know what I'm saying? This is just the reality. We got hit, took our first hit. And they did what they do. They did what they do best. They started to imitate us. They became pharaohs in that region. And for 400 years, they enslaved the African Hebrews that were in that region that had been contributing to Kemet with their sciences and their knowledge and their art. African Hebrews that were in Lower Kemet, what we now call Israel, and they marched a lot of them to Babylon. They marched them to Babylon, enslaved them, and forced them to divulge their knowledge, their science, their art, and they took that knowledge and they used it to genetically alter creatures, to some of the first, you know what I'm saying, genetic research was going on. They were creating humanoids. They wanted to live forever. They wanted to create vessels that they could transfer into and live forever. This is how crazy they were. And so, Tahaka in Upper Nubia, my bad, in Upper Nubia, forms an army of 150,000 Africans from 7 different nations. And they go on a warpath. They're taking out everything that is not African. Everything that can't grow in Afro must go. Plus, they're coming to get the Hebrews. These are their brothers. Through blood. You understand me? So they begin to take these Assyrians, they begin to take them out. All the way up to what we call Lebanon. And when Tahaka gets up to this region, he realizes, damn, his troops start talking about seeing these giants, these hairy giants, half men, half beasts, that they're fighting up in these mountains, Assyria. Some 10 feet tall, smell so bad you can smell them downwind a half a mile away. He tells Tahu to build a wall. You think the Great Wall of China was mighty? They built this wall knowing that this wall could block these beasts from ever entering the Holy Lands again. They would have to take the Arabian Desert. So the legend goes.
I don't know if y'all been watching TV. I know y'all heard what Trump said last night. That's why I'm wearing this hat. If your ass illegal, your ass out of there. You damn right. You ain't got your paper. Go. And I mean go. Every taco stand around this motherfucker finna be gone. You damn right.
Experience, Jamaica also experienced no idea.
Services is no longer needed. This shit up down here.
Y'all, I had no idea, but Jamaica also experienced back-to-back earthquakes today as well. The 6.8 earthquake that Cuba experienced, Jamaica also experienced it too. But like I said, not only one earthquake, but 2 earthquakes. They had a 5.6 and then a 6.8. Y'all, check this out.
510 folks in Jamaica are on edge after a earthquake rocks Kingston. Food and other items just tumbled right off the shelves of grocery stores. Take a look at the inside of this one. Bottles all over the floor. Now officials say no deaths or severe damage has been reported, thankfully. But small earthquakes are pretty common around Jamaica, but large ones are rare.
Guys, me are telling you, say I had 2 earthquakes just shake a while ago. Yeah, the first one did small. Me I wonder if it was an earthquake. But you see when time I feel the second one just shake for a long while. Me I say when time I look on all the things them in my house, me just see them a shake. Earthquake shake up the place, guys. 2 nice size earthquake just shake up the whole of Jamaica.
So me and I was a plug in before now while I got to blood clot. Me have hold on on the wall. Me say me feel dizzy, earthquake. Me say earthquake, me feel dizzy to blood clot.
So obviously, you know that Cuba is right by Jamaica, so I think it's the same earthquake that hit Cuba and Jamaica. But to be felt in Florida, in Miami, y'all, I told y'all about that in my last video. They felt it in Florida. So what's really going on, y'all? Like, something is kicking up because there's so many things happening around the world. So yes, y'all, Jamaica, Cuba, and Florida all felt earthquake. And I'm sure there's more going around the world that I haven't covered, y'all. There's so much going on. But did y'all know about this? Let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comments below, y'all. But let's continue to get this shift. Peace in.
Do y'all think that it ain't no thinking at this point. I can't even say thinking, y'all. Like, how y'all feel about, the changing of our environment, not just through the shaking of the earth and the weather and stuff like that. I'm talking about the energy as well, the overall change of our environment. How are y'all feeling? Are y'all feeling anxious, excited, fearful, uneasy? Do you feel like I talk a lot about this channel about honing into our natural abilities, and I'm not saying we're gonna be flying and levitating and stuff like that. That's a cool thought. That'd be dope. But I'm talking about, like when the weather is changing, do you feel a sensation? Are we tapping back in? Because I know I do. One thing that I don't feel though is fear. And a lot of people, it's an understatement sometimes, because fear is like, damn, I can't pay my phone bill. That's fear of like, that's fear. People, so we're in this world and do y'all understand that it's a constant perpetuation of fear? Just because you're not frightened by something outright, like, I'm scared of this dog, doesn't mean that it's not fear. Fear is also giving away your services and, to a company, and, you be with them for almost retirement age, and they fire you 2 years prior to you being able to retire. Now you have fear of like, what the hell am I going to do? It's a lot of different things that can happen in this life, but let me know, where are you at?
Okay, so somebody said that they gave all of their leftover veggies, meat, everything to their chickens. And so I had this leftover rotisserie chicken. I'm going to give it to them. I had to Google it and make sure, but apparently you really can give leftover, like, cooked rotisserie chicken to them, bone and everything, and they'll eat it. So let's see if they like.
I know y'all don't say the obvious.
It's so funny how they look at it. They're like, what is this?
They're like, oh, hell no. This is Sarah, nigga. Like, they cook Sarah. And y'all, and a lot of people staying here, yeah, look, y'all trying to see that ass. I'm concerned about the chickens because we got to understand, man, the mental space that you have to be in to feed another thing itself, its own kind. And you have to think, how does that translate to us, people? If they don't care, what makes you think that they don't care about feeding us? We already done seen the chop shops, body parts. They already admitted that human meat be getting put in the meat circulation and eat that shit in burgers. And this can't say enough, man. This is diabolical. The people sitting there here taking a look at that ass, because I know, but don't get caught up in the bullshit. That's why I put this in here. She's feeding the chickens chicken. That's fucking crazy to me. I'm sorry, y'all.
What did moms across America find after testing Chick-fil-A sandwiches?
We found an aviary contraceptive in them, narcobazine, in Chick-fil-A sandwiches. And so we are extremely concerned about people who have been eating Chick-fil-A, because we know it's quite addictive.
So not only aviary contraceptives in there, but they just brought back antibiotic chicken.
So after we put out that information that we found an aviary contraceptive, they took away the phrase that they have, which is no antibiotics ever. They took it down off their website and they put up no antibiotics important for human health.
Hey, we always building. That's why we in the building.
I didn't take the fuck off goddamn Facebook. Woo. Let me see.
Well, you know, ate most of them. Shit. Yeah, ate most of them, my boy.
Motherfucker trying to make me start eating that damn French fry. I gotta do my own tea. I'll be back. Man, that shit real motherfucking life, boy. Them bitches still there, them ain't dead here. Look at that shit, boy. Them bitches dead. That shit for real. Oh, hell nah.
Ain't no goddamn way.
That bitch fell off.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I ain't saying that's real. I gotta go see that for myself. That's one of them ones, right? Let me know how y'all experiments turned out. Like, now we know how to kill ants.
So this is pretty fascinating. What you're looking at is a white blood cell roaming around all the red blood cells and checking for any abnormalities, right? Harmful organisms. And what's interesting about this is I remember in health class when I heard that the white blood cells regulate the red blood cells. I don't know what I thought, you know? I just thought they were kind of like chilling, like off-duty cops. And then when something happens, they ran up to it or something, ran up to it. But this is very interesting because it looks like it's like checking on, you know, it's just like filing through. Hey, what's up, y'all? You good over here? Everybody, all right, we straight. It's like literally like patrolling. And it's just crazy. Like this is just going on in here. Every time you sneeze, start to get sick. I just imagine it with like a little flashlight being held by a blood cell hand and just looking around, you know. We good? Any drugs in here? Okay, you good? You've been drinking tonight? You know, like just, it's very human. And again, might be common knowledge to everybody else, but I don't know what I thought, but I didn't think this.
Nah.
I didn't think it was just patrolling like this. But hey, next time you get over being sick, just know that your little off-duty security guards, they were on duty. They were doing their duty.
Hey, that if you never knew that, you've never seen it, that gives me chills, you know, just to see that no matter what, there's something out here that cares about you and it's definitely trying to do its job. If it's not working properly, then it done tried, man. You feel me? It's not gonna give up on you. They're working too. Y'all both go out. That's crazy. My cells love me. That's a different meaning.
An ancient Hopi
for loving yourself.
prophecy states that when the blue star Kachina makes its appearance in the heavens, the fifth world will emerge. It also speaks about the manifestation of 9 signs foretelling this world-changing event. Could it be happening right now? In long forgotten times, people inhabiting Earth had a very different connection to the spirit world than we have today. The peaceful people, the Hopi, have been living in northeastern Arizona since they can remember and are believed to be descendants from cultures to the south, east, and north. The Hopi believe the star people and their star knowledge will return at the end of the current period of time as they have in past times. Their entire mythology is built upon the assumption that the world goes through successive cycles separated by cataclysmic events. According to their legends, at the time of the Blue Kachina, the star people retreated to the heart of the earth, seeking shelter during the world's destruction. Passed down from generation to generation, their intriguing mythology describes the event. First, the Blue Kachina would start to be seen at the dances and would make his appearance known to the children in the plaza during the night dance. This event would tell us that the end times are very near. Then the blue star Kachina would physically appear in our heavens, which would mean that we were in the end times. When the first world was destroyed, people returned from the ground to the outer world to live as ants for the continuation of the second world. The third world tells of an advanced civilization with flying shields and wars between far-off cities ultimately destroyed by terrible floods, narratives very similar to those found in Babylonian mythology. Hopi Indians are now wardens of the fourth world in exchange for the benefit of living on Earth. They consider the coming of the fifth world is near and will begin when members of the Fire Clan return. The Hopi claim that 4 stone tablets of creation exist. In ancient times, these tablets were given to them by Masao, the guardian of the underworld, who requested that the tablets be kept until a number of signs were fulfilled at the end of the fourth world and the beginning of the fifth. When the signs appeared, the Hopi were advised to reveal the tablets and their prophecies to the world regarding the purification of Earth. The 9 signs of destruction were described by author Bob Frisell, and something in this book is true. The signs were described to him in 1958 by a Hopi elder named Whitefeather. Number 1. We are told of the coming of the white-skinned men like Pahana, but not living like Pahana. Men who took the land that was not theirs, and men who struck their enemies with thunder. Number 2. Our lands will see the coming of spinning wheels filled with voices. In his youth, my father saw this prophecy come true with his own eyes. Number 3. A strange beast like a buffalo, but with great long horns, will overrun the land in large numbers. These Whitefeather saw with his own eyes too. Number 4. The land will be crossed by snakes of iron. Number 5. The land shall be crisscrossed by a giant spiderweb. 6. The land shall be crisscrossed with rivers of stone that make pictures in the sun. Number 7. You will hear of the sea turning black, and many living things dying because of it. Number 8. You will see many youths who wear their hair long like my people come and join the tribal nations to learn their ways and wisdom. Number 9. You will hear of a dwelling place in the heavens, above the earth, that shall fall with a great crash. It will appear as a blue star. Very soon after this, the ceremonies of my people will cease. Many believe the first 8 signs have already been fulfilled. The first sign can be interpreted as the arrival of Europeans on the North American continent. The second is a reference to the early exploration of America using the wagon as a primary means of locomotion. The next 3 signals point to other European influences, such as the arrival of cattle and the emergence of railroads and telephone lines. The rivers of stones mentioned in the 6th sign can only be roads and highways. The 8th sign is pretty self-explanatory and encapsulates the symptoms of worldwide pollution. The Hopi believe that increased toxicity levels in the Earth's oceans are a clear indication that the second to last sign is already upon us. There is no doubt we are in the final hours of an old world. On June 8th of the year 2000, a Hopi elder gave us another prophecy which included instructions for all of mankind. The elder said, "You have been telling people that this is the 11th hour. Now you must go back and tell the people that this is the hour, and there are things to be considered. Where are you living? What are you doing? What are your relationships? Are you in right relation? Where is your water? Know your garden. It is time to speak your truth. Create your community. Be good to each other, and do not look outside of yourself for your leader." Then he clapped his hands together, smiled, and said, "This could be a good time. There is a river flowing now very fast. It is so great and swift that there are those who will be afraid. They will try to hold on to the shore. They will feel they are being torn apart and will suffer greatly. Know the river has its destination. The elders say we must let go of the shore, push off into the middle of the river, keep our eyes open and our heads above water. And I say, See who is in there with you and celebrate. At this time in history, we are to take nothing personally, least of all ourselves. For the moment that we do, our spiritual growth and journey come to a halt. The time of the lone wolf is over. Gather yourselves. Banish the word struggle from your attitude and your vocabulary. All that we do now must be done in a sacred manner and in celebration. We are the ones we've been waiting for.
Just when you thought 2024 could not get crazier. Just when you thought 2024 could not get crazier. Pluto is entering Aquarius on November 19th. Now, before you scroll away because you don't know what the hell that means or don't believe in astrology, allow me to enlighten you on what happened the last time Pluto entered Aquarius. This happened. Oh man, if you know me, you know I'm obsessed with the Haitian Revolution, obsessed with Haitians in general. But this is a revolution that is not taught in schools enough, if at all. And everybody should be studying it this year. This is the real working class revolution. Study it, please. Here's more. Zoom in if you have to. But wait, just before that, another important event happened when Pluto entered Aquarius. It's gonna get lit. But wait, there's more. Bro, you cannot make this shit up. Tell me astrology isn't real. And last but certainly not least, we have the granddaddy of all revolutions. When Pluto entered Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of revolution. And Pluto has been going back and forth between Aquarius and Capricorn all year. And that's why shit has been so crazy. But on November 19th, it stays in Aquarius for 19 years. I'm gonna need all the astrologers to come to the front because y'all need to guide us during these times. It's about to get crazy. If you want to leave America right now, I do not blame you. But more than likely, there are going to be revolutions happening all over the world anyway, so I don't know where you're going to be safe. I know I'm laughing, but there's nothing funny about this. There's nothing funny about this. I'm just used to this shit because life has prepared me for this moment. I've been through 5 wars already between West Africa and the Middle East. It is not fun. It is not cute. It's very traumatizing. But, you know, I've always known this was going to happen in my lifetime. Like since I was a child, since I was 8 or 9, I've always had these visions of witnessing or participating in a revolution. And I just didn't know it was going to happen this soon. Like in my prime, like can I just be a small business owner and a sexy housewife and settle down and have kids and grow food in my garden? Like I can't have that. Like I got to be doing this. Good luck to everyone, truly, because shit is about to get real. And it looks like the bloody revolution that you liberals were scrapping to avoid is happening anyway. Viva la revolución!
Look, y'all, look. I know this video right here, man. Hey, look, man, it's a damn movie, man. But look, don't believe everything you see in these videos. A lot of this stuff is symbolism, and you know, just have fun with it at the end of the day. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, then I think you got some shit to work on, because you know you just do. I ain't got shit for you. You just do. You feel me? But look, man, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video right here, man. I appreciate y'all for locking in and, you know what I'm saying, always sharing your time with me. That is very precious. That's the for me, that's the number one resource, is our time here, man. And they say time is an illusion, but the time that we can see, whatever we want to call it, people, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all spending that shit with me, because we lit over here, and I appreciate y'all, man. We are individual thinkers that come together, man, put our minds together, And we create these beautiful videos because little do you know, when you recommend something, when you point me in a direction, when you send me videos, when you tag me and stuff, those videos get taken into consideration for the video of the day. Sometimes it takes me a little while to put these together because I'm not just slapping, oh, y'all sending me all these videos and I'm just throwing them together. I do those on special occasions so it can be random and I'll let y'all know. But, you know, these stories are lined up based on what y'all send me, and I create a story, a cohesive story, so that we can have a good time and we can share these videos and, you know, we can come together as a family that we are. One day we'll get to 1 million. Share these videos with your friends and your families. I appreciate y'all once again, man. And like I always say, spread love because there's too much hate in this world. I love you guys. I see you on the next video, and I'm out though. Bye.